I had one sister that was 4 years older than me that's dead, so she's in heaven. Then I had a sister that was younger than me. And then she was 2.5 years younger than me. And then I had a brother that was 2.5 years younger than that, so he was 5 years younger than me. And then I had a sister that was 4 years younger than that, so she was about 9 years. She was about 9 years younger than me. So of my siblings, 2 of my sisters have died. And so I have a brother and a sister still alive. I think my siblings are fairly decent, but not as good as my kids have been. Here I am with all these kids, 5 kids, plus we had a miscarriage. So I've decided that miscarriages go straight to heaven just like infant babies. My 2 sons served missions, and they both became zone leaders. And I never became a zone leader because I told Paul Dunn that I didn't ever want to be a leader. My 1 daughter served mission. And so all my kids have lived really, really good lives. All of them have served missions, or their husbands have served missions, and their kids have served missions. Every single kid has gone on a mission that's got old enough to go on a mission of my grandkids. So they've all gone on missions except for 1 daughter. And daughters are excused from that. And she'll probably go on a mission when she gets old. Or she'll probably be a missionary. So that's unusual for a family to raise kids like that. So I blame that on the Lord too, because I couldn't have done it, and neither could have Kay. Now the interesting thing is about it is our 1 daughter wanted to date this non-member. And she went and asked Kay first because Kay's nicer. And so Kay says, no, you'll have to ask your dad. And so she comes and asks me, and I said, sure, go on a date with him. And then she did. And so then he asked her for another date. And I said, if you go on another date, you have to come to family home evening. And then his brother and everything, they're anti-Mormons because their family back has been Mormons. And so he says, I can't date you anymore. And he says, I can't even talk to you anymore. And I says, well, there's a way around that. You can come with our home evenings. And our home evenings will be missionary instructions as well as anything else. And you can come to our home evenings. And eventually you'll be able to date her again. And so they're married over here in Richfield. So he served a mission. And he was scared to death. And when we went and seen him in the MTC, I mean, we thought, when we dropped him off, we thought, oh, this is terrible. By the time he got out of that MTC, he had totally changed. Totally. I think he had more baptisms than anyone in our family because he understood people, because he understood what they were going through when they're hearing somebody telling them about the true church and tell them that every other church is false. I mean, that's a hard thing to take. And I think he's never told us how many people he's baptized, but I think he baptized a lot of people. And Jeff baptized a lot, and so did Scott. A lot more than I did. You get to see him again in the next life, and that's all worth it. That's well worth it. Kay had a daughter of one of the kids that she baptized, and she came with her husband to see us in Ogden, and that was just unbelievable. Unbelievable what we do in this life. We don't understand what we do in this life. We don't comprehend what we do.